Good morning, everybody. We are back. We are back once again. Um, so, 26th of October is the new lesson. As you can see, it's up there. I'm recording this on Sunday, so I haven't posted it yet. I normally post in the morning of Monday morning, so you're going to see this tomorrow, Monday. So, October the 12th was the last time, but we did have a kind of lesson postponed, moved on. Okay, so let's try and recap, make sure we've got everything done. Every week I put in a little bit here. Let's have a click.
Monica,
Jenny,
wow, how are you? You look great.
thanks, Jenny. You look really good too.
So you may have played that. Every week I'm going to choose a new group to do their little presentation. This week I've chosen. Let me go up. This week we've got Mana as Jenny, Hannah as Monica, and Wataru as Rob. Okay, so you can click that. You can play that. Checking the homework. We had the workbook answers, which are here. Okay, check those up. I'll just click that off. And of course, that was down here. It was on the passives. All right. So this was the passive tense. Checking to see if it's active or passive. All right. So going through those, you should be able to check those by yourself. It's good to go to the workbook once in a while because, of course, we paid for it. So topic was movies. So that was last 2 weeks ago, and we're checking that up. Okay. So check that. And the answers are going to be there. 6A, page 40. Then moving on to today's. Well, no. Before we do that, let's go. Let's have a look. Let's go down here. One of the things we were doing is using the passives in a story. So, for example, let's choose. Who should we choose? Let's do Lost Book. Wataru's one here, for example. And if I click that, and then it will come up here. We've got the story. And there's Wataru's listening speech. So let me see if I can play his speech and then compare it with the photos. Here we go.
One day, she was thinking, where did I put the textbook? She searched for a shelf in her room, but she couldn't find it. She thought she had left it on the desk she was sitting on when she used the textbook. So, she checked everything in the classroom she used with her friends. However, no matter how many times they searched, they couldn't find the textbook. Therefore, she gave up looking for the textbook and decided to buy a new one. She was laughing at such a mistake with her friends. But at that moment, they found the textbook that she was looking for is dropped in the corridor. Whose textbook is it? They looked it up. The name of the owner is written on it. Maeko. Yamamoto. This is my name. She was surprised. I bought a new one. She became sad. She thought in her heart, what a day. She decided to manage her stuff perfectly.
All right, there you go. Nicely done from Wataru there, matching it up. Okay, with some passive sentences. Okay, so that's a good example. All right, so we've got other ones. Make sure you do those. If you haven't done it, don't forget you've got to add it. Passive stories here. Just have a look. I guess technically the deadline should be today or tomorrow. So make sure you get that in. Okay, so we got passive stories. Make sure you do that. Detective stories, that's coming up. Okay, this one is coming up. So we'll have a look at those. So what about today's grammar then? I'm going to call it modes of deduction. Modes of deduction. This is today's grammar, which you can see. Think about it as like a detective. If you're a detective, you're thinking about what must have happened. You didn't see it, but you think it must have happened. Okay, so we call these grammar forms modes of deduction. Means you're thinking about what has happened. Okay, so that's the topic for today. It's all about deduction. So here is some examples of what must have happened. It's almost 100% sure that something happened. I didn't see it, but it must be true. Okay, so for example, she must be in the garden because the door is open, for example. Look at their house. They must be rich because it's a big house. Can't is a kind of like a negative version. Can't be true. She can't be his mother. She's too young. He's just left. He can't be too far away. Okay, so those are the negative versions. So check the past participles as well. Must have been and you can't have seen. Okay, so we've got all the different versions. Then we're on the 30 to 50% might not, and so on. A bit harder going down. He may have taken a different train, which is you're not so sure. Might be true. Okay, and then less important for today is the should or ought to, because I think we've done that. Okay, so don't worry too much about the orange one, because we've kind of looked at that already. So we're looking at maybe the first three, the red, the blue, and the purple. Okay, you can still look at the orange one as well. So here's some sentences. It must have been raining. You're all wet. The test couldn't have been that difficult because you got 99% correct answers. The restaurant can't be that far away. We have been walking for hours. You should have warned me that my ex-boyfriend was going to be at that party. Okay. And might be, the sun is going down, so it might be time to go inside and finish the meal. So it's all about deduction. The word is deduction, which is you're being a detective. All right. So that's the topic for today. And let's click on this. This is a grammar page. See if you can go through this, and we'll check the answers next week. This is just a little bit of introduction practice on all the verb forms of modes of deduction. I think should is not there, which is good because we don't need that one. Okay, but see if you can do those, and we'll check it next time. So you should be practiced on that, and I made a little form to complete. Let me just click on this. You're going to submit some of these answers, and once you understand how to do modes of deduction, see if you can write your own answers to these questions here. So we've got your brother always phones you on your birthday. Yesterday was your birthday, but he didn't phone you. He can't have, and then your opinion. He must have, and then your opinion. Okay, so these are more free for you to answer your own opinion. So imagine you're kind of like a detective, or you're thinking about it. Okay, so see if you can submit that with the student number, name, and just click those. All right, see if you can do that. And then obviously the online, we're going to do 6B on the online. Okay, it's quite long, as you know, but see if you can do everything. we like to do the look again section. All activities. See if you can do everything. It might take you a while, but see if you can do everything. Modes of deduction, activity 1 and 2. Looking at the body, vocabulary, and a bit of pronunciation as well. Pronunciation, in this case,
One.
Bite. Eyes. Smile.
2.
okay? See if you can practice the pronunciation of those as well. Okay, let's go back. Now here's the big speech for today. Let me just click on this one. So you are a detective, okay? And we should have practiced these quite a lot. And we've got 4 situations. I want you to comment on all of them. Okay? Don't spend too long, but see if you can do 3 or 4 sentences for each one. Okay? So you're guessing what happened. What's the reason for the final statement? So she has been waiting for an hour. What's the reason? He is innocent. Why? She is angry. Why? And also, what do you think he is? Why do you think he is like this? Okay, so you're guessing. This is all about being a detective, and you're just guessing. All right. So it's your opinion on those ones. So see if you can do that, and we'll check some of them next week. So make sure you've done everything from last week and added it, and then this week, after you've clicked that, you can just go to, there's a Volcaroo link here, and then there's also a link for copy and paste. Okay, it says your detective story. So make sure you do that. Don't forget, attendance is by homework. So if I see it, then I give you attendance. If I don't see it, then I can't give it. Okay, so attendance equals homework. So, yeah, check it out, and maybe you can start with today's presentation, which is Hannah, Mana, and Wataru are going to do the second one. We'll do another one next week.
Do you mind if I join you?
Of course not. Come on, sit down.
All right. So that's it for 26th of October. Any questions on the chat tomorrow? And that's it.